The Chiefs' strategy on Sunday, I can guarantee you, will have nothing to do with the playoff picture. It will flatly be getting... Here's my guess for the Chiefs on Sunday. I would be shocked if the following players play a single snap. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, DeAndre Hopkins. Those four guys are basic. Oh, Isaiah Pacheco, certainly.
Yeah.
Is out. And he has banged up ribs. It's definitely out. I would be very surprised if Joe Tooney, Xavier Worthy, or Trent McDuffie play a snap either. And I think most likely Jawan Taylor, the other tackle, won't play either. That's 9 guys. That would be my guess. After that, they are going to try to win because they win. And while they don't care about getting to 16-1, I do a little bit. I really like the idea that the year the Chiefs three-peat, if they get to 16-1, a three-peat would also mean they are the first ever 19-win team in NFL history. It's obviously never happened before. Prior to the 17-game season, the only way you could do it was be to go undefeated, and the only undefeated team happened during a 14-game season. So I like that idea. Now to this nonsense about being scared of the Bengals. All right, there's just the data, which is they haven't lost the Bengals in 2 years. They've played them 3 times since then. They're 3-0 in those 3 games. But set that aside. And this is where the NFL media drives me bleeping crazy. A fair question to ask on sports TV is, should the Buffalo Bills be worried that Cincinnati will make the playoffs? You know why? Because the last time Cincinnati made the playoffs, they went to Buffalo and kicked their ass. The last 3 times Cincinnati has played Buffalo, Cincinnati either beat them. One of the games they were beating them, but it was the Damar Hamlin game, so the game was stopped. But they beat them in the playoffs 2 years ago. Last year, when Cincinnati wasn't very good, they beat the Bills in the regular season. They didn't play this year. And, of course, that would be the matchup. If Cincinnati makes the playoffs, they are 100% playing Buffalo. But weirdly, people feel like the Bills are owed more respect than the Chiefs, so they're not asking that question. They're just asking, should the Chiefs be worried about it? Also, by the way, Demonze, that is a odd matchup for Buffalo because Buffalo's back end is the weakness of its team. You have the best pair of receivers in the league. And for Josh Allen individually, he would go into that game probably as the guy that, is about to win league MVP. It's round 1. And here's Josh Allen's playoffs the last 4 years. AFC Championship game lost to Patrick Mahomes. Divisional round lost to Patrick Mahomes. Divisional round home loss to Joe Burrow. Divisional round home loss to Patrick Mahomes. That's 20, 21, 22, 23. If all of a sudden he's staring at, wait, I might lose to one of these other 2 guys for the 5th straight year, 3rd straight year in my building, and in, kind of de-escalating rounds of the playoffs, that's a scary spot for Buffalo. Yeah. Or not really. Again, I think Buffalo's way better than Cincinnati, but just from a pressure and nervousness standpoint. But
1,000%.
To get back to your question, and this is the part of it that no one seems willing to acknowledge. The only scenario in which the Chiefs play the Bengals would mean the Bengals just beat Buffalo. And that is objectively an awesome outcome for the Chiefs.
Yes.
There is one team that has beaten the Chiefs this year. It's Buffalo. There's one team that's beaten the Chiefs in the last 375 days. It's 370 days. It's Buffalo. So I don't think the Chiefs are going to game it to try to help Cincinnati to get in. And by the way, the only way to game that is to beat Denver with your backups when you're 10-point dogs. So 9.5-point dogs, whatever it is. But it is really idiotic media commentary to act like the Bengals making the playoffs is bad for the Chiefs. Because there's only two possible outcomes of the Bengals making the playoffs. One is they lose in round one. The other is they knock out the second best team in football. I personally would happily sign up for either one of those. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.